YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Druki here. Are you all looking forward to raiding the Cathayan coast and basically everywhere else with your giant fleets of Black Arcs and Corsairs? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The Druki have long been a faction that I very much enjoyed. They're my go-to favorite in multiplayer, and I really enjoy a lot of their campaigns. And there's going to be some changes for them coming in Immortal Empires. So let's jump right into those, and the biggest one is going to be to the slave system. So typically in a Dark Elf campaign previously in Mortal Empires, the slave system would result in absolutely ludicrous late-game income, as you could focus these slaves into single settlements where they would get the biggest benefit based on the buildings that you had put there. So rather than being something that you force into a single settlement, they're going to be changing the slaves to be kind of more of a faction resource, and you can use that resource to essentially power up, I think it's, I'm going to read it here so we get it right. You can use it at numerous buildings to generate more income. You can use it to invest in these new slave dictats. They didn't specifically line out what those would be, but we're assuming it comes with certain benefits. So essentially you're going to change that into more of like a faction resource. This will probably have some of you excited and some of you kind of upset, because a lot of people probably liked the slave system the way it was and didn't necessarily want to change. So you all can tell me what you think down in the chat. Personally, I'm willing to give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. I suppose worst case scenario, they could probably revert. Who knows? Now, they're going to move on from there. Marathi is going to have some changes. She's always had kind of a close relationship to Chaos, right? She used to spread Chaos corruption. Well, now she's actually going to be kind of aligned with Slaanesh. So she gets unique interactions with Slaanesh corruption, which would allow her to potentially even recruit demonettes. Malice is going to get changes to his possession ability, which is going to make him be able to more frequently use Zarkon. And it's going to change how he interacts with different corruption types, so we'll get to see more about that hopefully as time goes on. And then also in recent news, when they were doing a Q&A video, they even announced that Rakarth is going to be getting some changes, including a lot more monsters that he's going to be able to recruit. They mentioned specifically feral bears, saber tusk. You could imagine maybe even stonehorns. They mentioned wyverns and all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be a pretty big expansion to what Rakarth is able to recruit. And that'll be pretty exciting, because this campaign was pretty entertaining just from the fact that you could pick up all these crazy units, and it really made things quite different. Now, that's the changes that have been announced thus far for the Dark Elves. I think these are mostly good changes, and it should be a lot of fun. The slave system, I don't know. We'll see, right? We'll see. I think if you were one of those people that really like to min-max, the old slave system is probably nicer for you, but time will tell. Let's take a look at it, and I'm glad to see them making some updates. I'm excited for the Marathi updates. Her ability to get demonettes is going to be absolutely insane. I already really liked Marathi campaign. I think it was one of the harder ones that I've ever played in Mortal Empires, especially when you crank up the difficulty. And it very well could be in Game 3 as well, especially with all these new factions rolling around. I'm also kind of looking forward to like going over and raiding Cathay with Lokir. I think that could be a lot of fun. And now apparently you can go on a monster hunting quest. And Malice, it's good to see changes to him as well. Malice was kind of boring, I think, for a lot of people after a while, so hopefully those changes to Malice will be appreciated. Anyway, what do you all think of the changes to the Druki? Are you excited? Are you going to be getting out your Black Arcs and taking a voyage with them, or are you just going to leave them sitting on the shelf? Get down in the comments and tell me what you think. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. I'll see you soon with some more news for Immortal Empires and Total War Warhammer 3.